So we need to solve the triangle with the condition being angle A is at 30 degree, angle C is at 90 degree, and the side C equals to 10 units. Now that means we have a right angle triangle which is right angled at C. Let's try to sketch the figure first before proceeding. So what we have here is the triangle ABC, where it is right angle at C. It's also given here that the measure of angle A, that's 30 degree. So solving the triangle means we need to find out the rest of the parameters. That means we'll need to find out the measure of angle B. We'll need to find out the sides opposite to each of the angles. So let us suppose that A is the side opposite to angle A. We're going to denote it by the letter A in lowercase. Then AC is going to be the side opposite to angle B. So we're going to denote it by the letter B in lowercase. And the hypotenuse AB, that is going to be denoted by the letter C in lowercase. So here, the hypotenuse that's given to us, so that's equals to 10 units. Our goal will be to determine the length of the sides A, B, as well as the angle measure of B. Let's first find out the angle measure of B, because we have the angle measure of the other two triangles. So we know for a fact that whenever we have angle A added to angle B, that means the sum of the three angles of a triangle, they sum up to give us 180 degrees. So solving for B is an easy task. So solving for B, we're going to get 180 degree minus angle A added to angle C. So that's going to be equals to 180 degree minus, we have 30 degree plus 90 degree. That's 120 degree. So subtracted from 180 degree leaves us with 60 degree. So the angle measure of B, that is going to be equals to 60 degrees. Okay. Now, since we have a right angle triangle, anyways, for any triangle, we can always apply the laws of sine. The law of sine tells us that A, the ratio of side A to that of sine of the angle or A, equals to B divided by sine of the angle B, and C divided by sine of the angle C. This is always going to be a constant. Fine. Now, what we can do, we can take the help of this to obtain the value of the side. So let us do one thing. Let's pick up the ratio B over sine B equals to C over sine C. So we are going to consider B over sine of angle B equals to C over sine of angle C. Fine. So here B is simply going to be equals to sine B over sine C whole multiplied to the side C. Now we have the value for sine B. We obtained it as 60 degree, and sine C, that is 90 degree. We have here 90 degree. So we are going to get sine 60 degrees divided by sine 90 degrees multiplied by C. So C, that was already given. C, it's the hypotenuse, that's equals to 10 units. We're going to replace C with 10. So all we have to do is solve for it, and that's going to give us the value of B. So we have sine 60 degrees, so that's going to be square root of 3 over 2 divided by sine 90 degrees, so that's 1. We're simply going to get square root of 3 over 2 multiplied to 10. So 2 times 5, that's 10. That means the value of B comes out to be equals to 5 multiplied to square root of 3. So this is going to be the value of the side B. 5 times square root of 3. Fine. Now let's try to obtain the value of A here. To find out the value of A, we're going to consider the first two ratios. So we are going to consider, so we have A over sine of angle A, that is going to be equals to B over sine of angle B. Fine. So we need to obtain the value of A. So A is going to be equals to sine of angle A divided by sine of angle B multiplied to B. So what's A and B? So A, that's 30 degree, B is 60 degrees. So we have sine 30 degrees divided by sine B, so B is 60 degree multiplied to B. So we obtain the value of B just now, that's 5 times square root of 3. Let's use the value. So we have 5 times square root of 3. Okay, so sine 30 degree, that's 1 over 2. divided by sine 60 degrees, so that's square root of 3 over 2. Multiply to 5 times square root of 3. So we are going to get 1 over square root of 3 multiplied to 5 times square root of 3. So here we can factor out square root of 3, and this is going to leave us with 5. So that means we have obtained a value to be equals to 5. Okay, so let's go to our figure. So we obtain our a value equals to 5. So we can verify that if it is actually the right value or not. So here we can check whether if a squared plus b squared equals to c squared or not. So a squared, that's going to be 25. Added to b squared. So b squared is 5 times square root of 3 whole square. So that's 25 multiplied to 3. So that's going to be 75. And this is going to be equals to 100, and clearly 100 means we have 10 squared, which corresponds to the value c squared. So we have successfully solved the triangle. So here angle B, that's 60 degree, and the two sides A and B are going to be 5 and 5 times square root of 3 respectively.